watching Jackie in particular because everybody gets to play her so differently. And yeah, we see, like, for example, oh wow, what a
I'm telling you,
yeah,
too easy. He's cool with coming in. Yeah, he will play this, not always, but he will oftentimes just do things you do not expect.
Yeah, imagine you're fighting a Jackie, one of the scariest, if not the scariest, up-close characters in the entire game, and the first thing you do is just teleport in on them as a zoner. But hey, you know what? Look at this life lead. It's working. Oh, he hopped over the down 3.
This offense. Oh my god.
Oh, what is this? This is not at all how I expect this to work. I'm like speechless.
Buzzsaw red Cetrion, yeah, just all of a sudden turn it up the juice, and still there when it comes to having defensive tech on deck.
Yeah, that's one of the scariest things is when you finally find an opportunity to like hit an opponent that you have just been pressured by, but oh, that's a big mistake. That's unfortunate. Definitely not what was intended right there, but it is going to be punished pretty heavily.
There's the punish. So Hijinx seemingly okay with taking risks of his own.
Yeah, a lot of unsafe stuff going on right here. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I mean, just the way this match started, I feel like everybody's kind of in a weird mindset as things go on. Oh, look at that
he's
damage.
trying to chip out? Is that? Yes. Wow. Wow.
No pain, no gain.
When you're pumping out grease and they're already in the goop. Ugh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like it's just so much damage, and of course that's just gonna eat through any sort of like last breath defensive bar that you have. But usually we see that more in the corner. Nice, gets the full conversion into the crushing blow.
Great read, just not quite there in time for the punish.
Yeah, so close. I mean, that would have been huge. No more defense bar. That actually probably would have been the kill.
So Too Easy has shown that he can turn on the juice offensively again. Okay, Hijinx is here. About to build a bar.
That should be it. I think you can basically just put the damage over time on the ground, actually, and could have done it. But you know what? The interactable dive kick, not something we see all that often. Wow! Look at that movement. Just sliding across the ground.
Wow. Was my internet going out, or was that tech? That was sick.
It was the fastest crouch walking you've ever seen in your entire life. It's very, very impressive.
I guess. Yeah, going off the wall in that situation was... It was, I mean, that was a read, obviously, and it was a risky idea. I almost wonder if that was a missed flawless block or something on Too Easy's side, because he got hit in a situation where he didn't look otherwise busy, not sure. But dude, yeah, the way that he was playing that character, Cetrion, at the beginning, very offensive. I would say clearly caught Hijinx off guard when you get a teleport in there and turn it into pressure in the round very fast. But that kind of thing may not be like a long-term winning strategy, right? If you're taking risks like that versus a character who can do so much damage, if you don't have the defensive bar when you need, or if you're not at a range where you want to be against her, I don't know. We'll see if he keeps it up.
Yeah, I mean, I say this a lot, but I think that in my eyes, Jackie has the highest practical damage because she does so much damage to you, even if you do break away. Plus, she gets damage over time on the floor constantly. And if you don't break away, then she does as much damage as any of the higher damage characters, almost. So, yeah, being able to take risks against her is a pretty scary strategy, I would say. And, it works out a little bit, but all it takes, especially now that Cetrion's down to 950 health, all it takes is, like, 2 big mistakes, and you could basically be done for. You could be put in a checkmate situation.
Ooh. Oh, no offensive bar, luckily for Too Easy, but still, I mean, he's way down.
And just getting further and further down. Okay, here we go. A full conversion. Probably going to keep him restanded. Yep. Just barely plus.
And she's got nice strike throw mix-ups. The thing is, you're just not going to deal a lot of damage each time. Whereas Hijinx, even damage over time, yeah, was going to be enough.
Yeah, you really need to like supplement your close-up damage with Cetron with some zoning damage, right? And we're just not really seeing that right now. I mean, there's been some really good reads on the zoning, but there's the ability to do stuff like Hell's Wrath does hit really far above her head and it catches the Jackie jumps. Air Boulder is always going to be an option. We're just not really seeing any attempts at that. It's just a brawl at this point. I mean, great flawless blocks as usual, but it's just so hard to make up this damage.
So now we've seen this so many times. Hijinx clearly is cool with taking the risk of unsafe dash punch. When it works out, fantastic, right? You're in there. If it doesn't work out, you're gonna take, what, 150 or something damage, right? It's not gonna be the end of the world.
Yeah, this is actually something very similar, and I would actually say this is a very similar Jackie playstyle to K-Top from Greece, where one dash punch, although it seems really risky, the reward of getting that knockdown is huge. It's actually quite a good knockdown, and with Jackie, it's like exactly what you need. You get O'Keefe in situations where you wouldn't think, because she can leap, because she can put the goo on the ground, and so those really risky dash punches, you're like, why would they ever do that?
Hijinx, who seems willing to take those risks.
Oh, there we go. Okay, going a little bit more for zoning, but then actually immediately going in. But I mean, this is where the damage starts to add up. Oh, no anti-air, just respecting. Oh, 1-1 teleport, not the move. I don't know if that was a mistake. It's actually hard to do that even intentionally. So I'd have to assume that maybe he just didn't expect the 1-1 to hit.
Oh, funky little whiff. All right, chance for a bit of damage into significant plus frames. Nice. That's exactly what you were talking about before. Having that Hell's Wrath at that range to cut off the screen, huge right there for Too Easy.
Yeah, it's so nice, and there's very few matchups where you actually get to see the fact that it does start above her head. But when she created that move, she had a good idea going on. Anti-air projectile, you'd love to see it or hate to see it, depending on if you're the one jumping or not.
Oh, it's a punish, yeah, and Hijinx gets legit damage off of it, spending the KB on it. Oh, and the whiff punish here. Okay, Too Easy has attacked forward a lot. Wow.
Are we at 100% success rate on like raw fatal blows today? I think we are.
That's the thing. At low levels, it works. At mid levels, that doesn't work. At high levels, yep, absolutely it works.
Well, now it's a pretty scary spot. Oh, trying for the overhead, great block.
No straight and commit to the rest.
Oh,
Too Easy was just at that moment happened to believe, okay, it's time to go for staggers. And if he had just committed to the string, it actually would have been enough.
Oh, great anti-air again. I mean, Too Easy's making the right calls, but again, I just feel like it's coming down to damage and the fact that he just can't quite close things out.
No sweat.
Okay, this time he committed to the string and it absolutely paid off. Look at the damage out of this character, 355. A lot of resources spent on that, but it did do a lot.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's one of the things, is that she's one of those characters where you do also have to depend on her crushing blows a lot. I mean, you don't have to, but you can, is what I should say. And that 2 and 3, maybe her most important one, plus the fact that her fatal blow is so confirmable from so many things that she wants to do. So she's a resource-heavy character, and we just haven't seen a lot of that from Too Easy yet. Oh my God, we're just leaving over, not doing anything. What is this?
I love it. I love that offense right there. Too Easy, he's so close now. Chip, and it's so hard to evade Chip. Yeah, wow. So hard to evade Chip when it's Cetrion and you're in the corner.
Big damage won't come out quite as much from Too Easy, but things are changing. Just all about readapting.
Love the start right there. You can get a lot of damage on this. Oh yeah. The defensive bar was already spent for Too Easy's in big trouble.
Yeah, look at that. It was like about half life from just one big opening and a projectile, I guess.
This is something you see a lot from Too Easy. He'll wait and hang out until he gets that offensive bar back. Really good awareness to get the dash punch, but Too Easy battling out.
Oh, big risk here. I mean, I kind of like it. You know, you've got to make it back a ton of life, and that's a great way to do it. That's not an easy confirm. It is very common to get the 1-1 to hit them a little bit too low in the air, then the full fatal blow whiffs, and then oftentimes you can actually be punishable. But Too Easy, recognizing that the 1-1 caught on the way up just high enough for the fatal blow to connect. And there we go. Look at, we're all tied up. Ooh, lifelines. God. Oh, no! He ducked it, but no punish.
The threats. There's so many implied threats. Hijinx is up close. Too Easy is willing to make bets sometimes, and they just phase past each other.
Oh no!
No cancel!
No full conversion! Okay, I like the ground pound. I like the ground pound. We haven't seen that yet, but needed to get more damage off of that.
Taking a turn back, and then Hijinx again. Jumping over has been a really, really big part of this. I mean, if she gets a flawless block, she can attack right up on top of her, but otherwise it's not an easy spot for her.
Yeah, and honestly, the flawless block from Cetrion, not known for being very good at all. So there are some spots where it can whiff, and ooh, nice dash punch. There we go again.
Over it, that was so good. Hijinx on top of things. He is at match point.
That could have been an air one. That would have actually connected, but I think he's just the dash punches have made it too scary. Wow, no punish. Could have been one, but this is going to be, I think, it at this point. Yeah, you're going to have to find a way out of this corner, and there's just not a safe one. And so Hijinx is going to be moving on. I did like the adaptation. We started to see more options at the end out of Too Easy, but Hijinx just stayed solid, readapted, took the advantage of winning the first 2 games, I think, quite well, and just closed it out.